Hello, and welcome to another training video for Media Services. In this video, you will learn how to set up a camera for lecture capture. First, you will learn how to set up the camera needed for the presentation. Then, you will learn how to film and check audio levels for the lecture. And finally, you will learn how to upload the video to the Media Services YouTube channel and send it to the client. If you have any questions during the video, please press pause and write them down to ask a supervisor at a later time. The video camera setup for a lecture capture should always be prepped in the Media Services office at least an hour before the event in order to ensure that everything on the camera is working properly. The lecture capture cameras are usually different than what we check out to regular clients. For the purpose of this training video, you will learn how to set up the Canon Vixia HFM 500 and the Azden Wireless Lavalier Kit. To begin preparing the equipment, you will need to grab the Canon Vixia HFM 500 and the Azden Wireless Lavalier Kit from the Media Services Coordinator office. Then, you will need to grab a fluid head tripod from the shelf. Start by turning on the Canon Vixia camera by pressing the power button. Then, make sure that the camera has an SD card so that it is able to record. If not, ask a supervisor for the proper SD card. Make sure that the SD card is empty so that you will have enough space on the card to film the entire duration of the lecture. To format the SD card, press the Home button. Then, select the Wrench menu. Then, scroll down and press Initialize. Press Initialize again at the bottom of the screen and press Yes. Next, you will need to make sure that you are filming in the correct format. All recording should be in the AVCHD format. Check to make sure that the camera is in the correct format by pressing the Home button. Then, press Recording Standard. Then, make sure that the camera is configured for the AVCHD Versatile Video Recording, and press OK. Next, attach the camera to the tripod. This can be accomplished by unscrewing the latch on the side of the tripod. Once this is unscrewed, you can push down on the latch and pull out the camera plate. The plate should be accompanied with a tightening screw and a small metal pin. Next, tighten the camera to the plate by lining up the tightening screw and metal pin accordingly. The camera should be screwed tight enough to the plate so that it is securely fastened and does not move around. Once the camera is tightly attached to the plate, place the plate back onto the tripod by pushing down the latch on the side of the tripod and sliding it back into place. Finally, make sure that the camera plate is firmly secured by tightening the latch. The next step is to install an Azden Wireless Lavalier to the camera. The Azden Wireless Kit comes fully equipped with one lavalier lapel clip-on, one receiver, an auxiliary cable, an XLR to 1/8 inch cable, and a horseshoe mount adapter. You will need to place two AA batteries in both the receiver and transmitter. First, attach the horseshoe mount adapter to the receiver. Then, mount the attachment and receiver to the camera. Once this is done, plug the auxiliary cable into mic out on the receiver. The other end should be connected to mic on the camera. Finally, connect a pair of headphones to the camera. Plug them into the AV out connection on the camera to test audio. Next, you will need to do a preliminary test on the audio equipment. Turn on the receiver by flipping the yellow switch. Then, turn on the lavalier by flipping both switches to on. Have a coworker place the lavalier microphone at their chest plate and look forward. Use the headphones attached to the camera to test their levels. Make sure that the recording mode is set to auto. To do this, press the home button. Then press camera mode. Finally, select auto and press OK. Use the headphones attached to the camera to test the audio levels and ensure that the sound is clear. The audio levels for this camera are displayed at the bottom left of the camera screen. If you have any issues with this, check with a trainer or supervisor. This concludes the preliminary equipment check. Turn off all equipment and charge the camera at the workbench in case there isn't an outlet at the location you will be filming. All equipment should be at the location and set up 15 minutes prior to the beginning of the event. When you arrive at the event location, set up the camera toward the back of the room. If there is an outlet nearby, plug in the camera so that the battery does not deplete. Find out how the presenter wants the video to be framed. For example, does the presenter want you to focus on the projection of the PowerPoint or on the speaker? Next, put the lavalier on the speaker. Show them how to clip the ASDN transmitter pack onto their waistband and how to attach the microphone clip. Check the audio levels with the speaker and ensure that it is on. A few seconds before the event begins, be sure to press the record button. Once the recording is complete, press the record button again to stop the recording and power down the device by pressing the power button again. Finally, head back to the office for upload. When you return to the office, take out the AA batteries and return them to the charging station. Make sure that all equipment that came with the ASDN lavalier kit is in its case and return it to the Media Services Coordinator office. Then begin the upload process. First, take the SD card out of the camera. This can be found at the bottom right side of the camera. Open the flap and then push in on the SD card to release it. Then, take the SD card and place it into the Mac computer. The Mac computer SD card slot is found on the back right of the computer. An SD card will appear on the desktop. Click on the SD card and navigate to the AVCHD file. Drag the AVCHD file to the archival hard drive. Once the transfer is complete, eject the SD card from the Mac computer. Label the file by date and last name of the presenter. For example, this file was recorded on August 3rd of 2018 for a presenter with the last name of Henderson. Then, open a web browser and go to YouTube. Log into the Media Services YouTube account. This login information can be found within the office. If you do not know the YouTube account information, ask a supervisor or trainer. The following steps may vary, as YouTube changes their user interface every 3.5 seconds. Begin by clicking on the camera button at the top right of the screen. Then, click on Upload Video. Change the setting from Public to Unlisted. Find the file from the archival hard drive. Drag that file into the web browser. The video will immediately begin to upload to YouTube. Once the video upload is complete, click on Publish. Send an email to the client with the link provided by YouTube. Reformat the SD card and put the camera back into the Media Services Coordinator office. In this training video, you learned how to set up a camera for a lecture capture. You learned how to film and set audio levels. And you learned how to upload and send videos to a client. If you have any remaining questions, please ask a supervisor or trainer.